Hi, it's Ross here from Essential. So today I wanted to give a quick insight into Flow365, a recent release from our partner Zenzai, aimed at addressing the challenge of providing access to online training for frontline workers. Now, that could be a contractor as well, doesn't have to necessarily be a frontline worker, but it's for addressing that need to provide training to employees that might not be sat at a desk, for example, or have ready access to a PC or a laptop. Now, the module has been designed to be user-friendly, easy to access from any device, as I just mentioned. So that's, a browser, a tablet, maybe a mobile device. And I'm going to give a quick walkthrough now. So what I'm showing you on the screen is an email invitation. So this is where perhaps an L&D admin has invited a user to the platform. So they'll receive an email invitation that looks like this. So in this instance, I'm actually using my personal Gmail account, but it could be a corporate email address or a personal email address, doesn't really matter. Within the email, it's going to have the instructions on how to access the platform. So as you can see, it has, a visit sign in page URL, and it has instructions on what to do from an end user perspective. So once the user has received this email, they can click on that URL and they'll be taken to this browser view. So as you can see, quite an easy sign-in process. It could be a phone number or it could be an email. So in this instance, I'm going to use my personal Gmail account. So I'll sign in and then fill in my password. And what it's going to do is going to take you into a browser-based view of Learn365. So what you're seeing now is basically the training that I'm currently enrolled in. So as you can see, I'm logged in as Ross Moorhead Flow365, which is the user account, and it's a very easy to use interface. So the idea is that it's providing training, and that training could be e-learning, it could be instructor-led training as well. Along the top, we've got some filtering options. So we can filter based on the type of course, so whether it's an e-learning, instructor-led, or a training plan. A training plan is basically where you combine e-learning and instructor-led training together. So it's providing that kind of learning pathway to users. I can also filter based on whether the course is mandatory. So I can click there and straight away you can see that this instructor-led training course is mandatory. Now, if I click into this course, what you're going to see within this session is it's going to have a list of perhaps available sessions for me to join. Within that session, it's going to have a Teams invite as well that users can join. So if an instructor is delivering a session, they can jump onto that session. So you can see we've got the information here. It's mandatory. We can start the course. So as I scroll down, you can see we have a session link that I can click on. So I can click on here and actually choose this session if it's available. It's going to show where that course is, so whether it's virtual, whether it's actually in an office location, for example. So in this instance, we've got training room 1. There is an option to join virtually as well. There's 30 spots available in this course, so I can click here, click select, and that will add me to that session. And I'll receive a calendar invite into the email provider that I'm using, whether that's Gmail, Outlook, etc. Within this course, there's also some pre-reading material as well. So I can click on here, I can click start, and it's going to be able to access this information as part of this course process. So that's quite a quick example of what a training course would look like. Obviously, this is an instructor-led training course. It's the same process for an e-learning course. The only difference, obviously, is that there wouldn't be a session to attend. So if I come back to the kind of main dashboard from a user's perspective, so again, we've got these tiles that represent each training course. You can then look at filtering based on where you are. So whenever you access a course and start to progress it, it's going to keep track of where you are. So you can click on in progress, and if I had started any of these courses, they would be listed here. If there was any that were overdue or maybe due soon, obviously they would be listed under there. And then obviously in the completed section, it's going to have it there as well. So again, nice and simple. There is a list view as well for courses. So you've got this card view. You've also got this list view as well. So depending on the user preference, but again, nice and simple, nice and easy to access. And the key thing here is that obviously this can be accessed from any device, whether it's browser based, whether it's mobile based. So, users aren't having to actually log into a customer's Microsoft tenant. They don't have to go into SharePoint or Microsoft Teams, which is how Learn365 is typically consumed by a user. This is allowing users that are outside of your environment, perhaps someone in the public space, or whether it's a contractor, etc. They can consume the training nice and quickly, complete it. And the best thing about it as well is that from a management perspective, from an admin side of things, everything is still managed centrally in the LMS platform, so you don't have to go anywhere else. You can still manage all of your users and all of your training collateral all from one place, and all of the reporting is fed back into that as well. So whether it's a external user accessing it via Flow365 or whether it's an internal user accessing it, the reporting is exactly the same. So nice and useful. It's addressing that challenge of providing training to those kind of external users. Hopefully that's been useful today. If there is any questions, feel free to get in touch with someone at Central. We'll be happy to help.